everyone. Welcome to some nerd stuff. Ho ho ho. We got a good one this week. Welcome back to everybody to this crazy thing that we do of a podcast. This week we're gonna get into the slap heard around the world. That's one thing. We have to talk about it. That's a culture shock. And then we're gonna get into a few announcements that I have. Some new games that I've been starting that Trey's been pushing me to play for a long time. And then I forgot the last thing we did. Oh, I'll give an update on the whole cell phone situation. So, just like, comment, subscribe, get ready, buckle up. Here's a new episode. Right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the world has changed. There was a world that I left you last podcasting, and then something happened. It was the moment of 2022, and for some reason, it was all eyes on Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Who's that?
We're in a different world, ladies and gentlemen. This is the post-slap.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, go a little bit closer to your mic. I know it's hard because I have it all set up weird, but go ahead and hug that mic like a friend. I'll turn you up to help you out.
Bible of the 3000 is gonna say A, S, and PS.
Yeah, the next when they look back on this moment, they'll be like, "Wow, the culture shifted."
Pre-slap and after slap.
Is it okay? So, for your perspective, because you're kind of like, you're not exactly like. Well, you're not on old people media like I am.
Yeah.
Like I hit the whole old people waves. So like, what were the new generation of people saying? Did they even give a fuck? Were they like, who's Will Smith?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
Oh, you're not that far.
I'm not a TikTok kid, but there was just basically saying everyone was kind of putting it on Jada.
That seems to
I feel
be
like
the
that was
consensus.
the discourse. Everyone else was just kind of there. There were a lot more people than I thought who are stupid enough to, blame Chris Rock and say, "Oh, why did he bring it up?"
Oh my gosh!
First of all, we all found out at the same time.
Apparently, she announced it on her Twitter. I don't follow her Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. You think Chris Rock does? Does Chris Rock like the tweet? Someone find out.
And let's make a reminder that Jada Smith is not famous. Her husband's famous.
Which one?
August Alsina or whatever his name is.
Oh, well, I guess there's three options.
And Tupac and Will Smith. They're all famous.
Yeah, which one? And she's just kind of there. Like, I didn't even know Jada was anyone besides Will's wife.
Yeah, you know what she is? The role that you would know her as? She is the hippo from Madagascar.
I never liked her for a reason. I thought so.
It's just like for me, I guess there's no more takes after 2 weeks of people analyzing that 30 or minute long footage. There's no more takes, but the only interesting thing to say now is the reaction of the world.
Yeah,
because if you follow the channel, we put up the video, the minute long video. I put it up. I was like, "Is this real?
Oh.
Is this real?" And it was a lot of what is it called when people talk or with discourse or a lot of activity on that one because everybody was like had an opinion. I liked them all because I didn't have an opinion. I was like, this is just crazy. Does everybody see this? And that's how everybody was.
Nobody saw it.
What's the last thing that hit all media at the same time that quickly? Because within 12 hours, it was everywhere. It was like an internet wildfire. Harambe? Was that the last?
No, probably...
Trump?
No, probably Kobe.
Yeah, when he passed. Oh yeah, because at first this ain't real. Everyone stopped playing.
And then that's the culture, I guess.
Man, it's weird though. It's weird. They kind of okayed it. They gave him a BS thing, like, oh, you can't come to the academy.
Yeah.
Who cares? You can still win an award. You just can't show up.
I'm like picking my nose, but there's something right here.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we caught that on 3 different camera angles.
Well, make sure it's cut out.
I'll try my hardest. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, man.
You saw the post where it was like, if you told me that a deranged husband slapped someone making jokes about their wife, and it went viral on the internet, and then you told me that it wasn't Kanye West, I wouldn't believe you.
Wow, that is true, huh? He out Kanye'd Kanye West.
Yes.
That is
for a
interesting.
woman that's not even his. Because she's for the streets.
They're still married.
She's
technically.
for the streets.
She is for the streets.
She's not for the streets. She's for the universe.
I don't know, man. It is so weird. Their whole thing is weird, and no one likes Will Smith because he's married and he has his kids. Because let's all be honest, his kids are weird too.
Not even that. Your kids are grown, bro. Move on.
I like some of Jaden's music though. You're like, that's not. I know that's not your cup of tea. I know, but it's just.
He was pretty good in Karate Kid.
Yeah, that was a good movie. He did that song with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that song was great. I feel like I'm the only person on Earth who enjoyed After Earth.
Oh yeah, you were, and that Scientology propaganda.
That was a good movie.
No. Oh, there's a siren.
He overcame his fear and killed the monster thingy at the end.
I think I watched the first 10 minutes and then.
Why?
I don't remember it being good. So I turned
You
it off.
definitely wouldn't have found out in the first 10 minutes.
It took longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I thought it was pretty good. He basically just I
wasn't here for it.
It was kind of like a Halo movie. That's what it felt like.
Halo? Oh,
yeah.
Master Chief Halo?
Yeah, and
or the Beyonce song?
No, like Master Chief Halo, and they're on this little crash, and Jaden is transferring somewhere, and Will's obviously his dad, and he's talking to him, and then Jaden's transport crashes, and Will has to remotely guide him through here to be able
he's
to
not
get
on the
picked up.
I thought he was on the planet with him.
He might be, but he is remotely guiding him.
Oh.
I think they were together, and I think they
Doesn't
were
he talk
together.
in an accent the whole time?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
That. No, I'm not sure, but I don't remember that part.
This movie that you're kind of trying to defend.
No, I'm not even trying to. But he gets in I think it's an escape pod situation, and so Will is at the the main base, and Jada is somewhere off in the wilderness, and he has to go to the highest point to be able to
activate a beacon.
Yeah, and so he can get found, and then he almost does it, and then the little villains that are there that are killing everyone, kind of like the thing on Quiet Place, attacks him, and he dies almost basically because this is why I said it's like a quiet place. They can't see or hear, I think.
The monsters?
Yeah, but they can smell fear, is the concept that they used. And so they
I'm
found
so
him through that.
in this movie.
And so he had to go through and have this journey about him having to control his breathing and overcome his fear. And then he kills the thing, and he takes the beacon, and he gets saved.
Well, there's never going to be an After Earth 2, just so we all know.
He's it's like a coming of age thing, because he's now I know you're ready to join my platoon of zombie killers.
Scientology.
That too, yeah. But that apparently caused a pretty big rift in the Smith family. Have you heard about that?
That movie did?
Yeah. I guess Will was really pushing Jaden to do it, and Jaden was kind of iffy about it. Mm-hmm. And then the movie came out, and Will was, it was perceived the way it was perceived.
Yeah.
And so Jaden really held that against his dad for a while.
Oh, you made me do this stupid ass movie, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah. And he wanted to be, Jaden appealed for, what's that thing called?
Emancipation?
Yeah, that. Because of that situation.
That is so stupid. Those kids are wildin'.
Yes.
Both of them.
But I'm just saying, if he would have been emancipated, Will wouldn't have such a problem with August anymore.
Damn. If you would have loved your family, you would have got out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
That whole shit is so fucked up. I know all of this is just bringing all that stuff back up, but it's just dumb. Like that whole situation
yes.
is really bad.
Hadouken. But it is what it
Hadouken.
is.
It is what it is. She slept with his friend, so
His son's friend.
his son's friend. Oh wait, I lost this. My bad. Oh, good thing you don't have headphones on this week. It's just because I didn't put them on you.
I give up.
Don't give up.
I quit the podcast.
We sounded all funny. Now we sound better. You were sounding good, and I was sounding a little weird, and now it's sounding all better. It's sounding nice and balanced.
I quit the podcast.
You can't quit. We just got back.
I quit.
I mean, I don't know. It makes me so sad for the world when things like this happen. First of all,
I quit.
No.
I mean,
I'm still talking about the slap that changed the world.
We're not that big yet, but I mean, I guess I understand.
It's good. That would still break some hearts if you quit. But like it just made black people look bad.
I don't believe that.
I think it made us look wild, and that on the biggest stage on earth, one of the biggest movie stars on earth slapped another black dude.
No, because those guys, they ain't even really black.
Chris Rock's still black. He grew up in Best Eye. Just because he's been rich for 50 years.
But what I'm saying is that, like, they're not black. Like,
do you mean they're not of the culture?
Yeah, they're in their own bubbles, and they're rich guys now.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's
they're
true.
The way it's like the black community's here, and like they're on top of it, and so like everyone kind of like looks up at them because.
So do you feel like that every rich black person is not a part of the culture?
No, I think that they don't represent the black culture. Is what I mean.
I don't think black culture thinks that.
No, I just mean it doesn't reflect poorly. Because it's Chris. If you said Chris Rock and Will Smith, you wouldn't think they were black first.
I think
the same way if you said Tom Cruise and what's the dude's Robert Downey Jr., you wouldn't think they were white first.
No, because
they are
like
white.
Not Tom Cruise.
You would think they're Scientologists first.
Robert Downey Jr. fucked up a lot, but it wouldn't make white people look bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not.
But we don't have that many people.
I don't think we have a lot.
We have a lot to you. Like I think because you see a landscape of a lot of younger artists that is like the full view for you, but it's not. It's like the scope is much wider than that.
I know exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. It bothers me. I wouldn't want to get famous on here, which I don't want to be famous. Support the show and the product. You don't have to. Please don't. I don't want to be famous. Don't make me famous.
I want to be famous.
Please
Follow
don't.
me.
Please don't make me famous. But even if I had some type of influence or whatever it is, whatever you call it, I don't want to make black people look stupid. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, well, good thing you're Middle Eastern and not black.
People think I'm everything they want to see. It's interesting.
And I'm Dominican, so.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you get it too? I didn't know you get it.
Yeah, when I put on a baseball jersey, have my hair curly, yeah, it is what it is.
I didn't know that. I for sure get it all the time.
But yeah, I just don't really feel like it represents that. It's just like, and I think I have an even wider scope than you because I'm into multiple sports. Mm-hmm. So it's like when Henry Ruggs did what he did, that didn't reflect poorly on the black community. He just made a mistake. If anything, that reflected poorly on athletes in
maybe
general.
also because like there's a lot of black athletes.
That's what I'm saying. Like
there's less black actors than there are black athletes.
Well, I mean, just by numbers, yeah. But then you have to think about who's like at the top and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I think that's why in my head it's a little bit more significant. Not that I'm like I just think it just reflects poorly.
And those
like we can't handle our shit. White people aren't up there slapping each other.
Yeah, they're just
except for the Karens.
They're just killing each other. Never mind. I just feel like with Will Smith, especially Chris Rock, I think is less, but Will Smith wasn't out here like for the black community. Now, like for example, if LeBron freaking punched Kevin Durant in the face after a game, like yeah, that would reflect poorly. He represents that. He puts on for like the culture. He's in a whole bunch of things, so yeah, that would reflect poorly. But like Will Smith isn't like some champion of civil rights.
Nah,
He's just
not really.
a rich
He's just
guy.
a movie star.
Yeah, he's just a rich
He's
guy
just out there making movies.
who was in one of the most famous black people shows ever, and just kind of turned.
Oh
that
yeah,
into
they're not getting a season 2 now of fucking Bel Air.
Some of the most famous black people movies ever. A lot of those.
Have you watched that Bel Air show yet?
No, I want to start it, but I haven't.
I have no idea who any of the actors are.
I think that's the point.
Like I've never there's a wide range of
Did
ages.
you know Will Smith on Fresh Prince of Bel Air before he went on there?
No, because I was a toddler.
Oh, well, that's a
And I
great
wasn't
example. See?
I wasn't even enough and like old enough, and he wasn't like on the radio yet when I was a kid.
Switch.
So there was no way before then. But the Fresh Prince and Jazzy J stuff. I don't think it was. I don't think that was on the what's it called? The airwaves.
Top your favorite Fresh Prince of Bel Air moment. Go.
I like. Okay, well the dad moment, obviously, where his dad leaves.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
No, that's mainstream. My favorite.
I
one,
always like the holiday episodes when his mom would come. Those are like the Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, when Hillary's husband dies, trying to propose to her. Do you know what that? So the way he proposes is he bungee jumps, and she gets the tape, and it's like "Open Me" or whatever. But there's no warning, and so it's a VHS. So they put it in there. The whole family's doing it, and they show like the TV. And it's a guy jumping off of a cliff, and it's Hillary, will you marry? And he fucking hits the ground. It doesn't show him hitting the ground, but it shows everybody's reaction.
What the heck?
And like she's all like happy, and she's like, yes, and she doesn't even realize what happened.
This is dark, but okay. Well, I should have gone first.
You should. Well, that was that.
Because
Okay,
mine was the episode where Will got in trouble for gambling on pool, and he owed some money to some
that's
people.
a good ass episode.
And then Uncle Phil comes in, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing," and then he pulls out
He
his
sharks
own
He not
shooter thing.
Jeffrey, bring out Lucille.
Yes, exactly. And then he takes all their money, and that's my favorite episode. I should have gone first.
Okay, what about now? It just took a minute to start rolling. Okay, what about the one where they go get massages, Phil and Will, and it turns out it's like a happy ending place, and they both find out at the same time in different rooms, and then they like try to run out, but then the police show up. So, and he's a district attorney at this time already, so. They get in trouble, and he's a lawyer, and district attorney, and he's at a brothel.
Nice. What about the episode where Carlton's got a strap?
Yeah, that's a deep episode.
Yeah,
That's a deep episode.
I can't blame him though.
Yeah,
He was
that's
about to do it.
the new show. So far, I think it'll change. The tone will change. But Carlton and Will, in the first season, they didn't like each other. This one, they hate each other.
I feel like that's more realistic too.
Yeah, well, it is. The way they play it is a little more realistic. They wouldn't be that friendly at first, but they really.
Yeah.
And Ashley doesn't exist really. She's like there. So the first episode, have you ever watched the pilot episode of Fresh Prince? Mm-hmm. It follows it pretty closely. But I don't think it really, I can't remember in the pilot if it really shows him getting in a fight and
I think it
Philly.
did. I think it did.
But I remember everything after that. So where he shows up to the house and all that stuff, and he's using slang, and they're having a party, and they do the same thing, but they cut out the whole part where he teaches Ashley to act crazy. Did you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
He goes up into her room, and she says somebody's bullying her, and he's all, you just gotta get crazy. You just gotta get crazy. And she does this thing she's twitching.
Oh.
But they cut all that.
Kind of funny now. Huh?
Yeah.
Will Smith is teaching Ashley how to act crazy. Kind of fitting. My favorite episode was when Will was on the basketball team, and Carlton was jealous. And Will's the superstar, and he's dunking, he's scoring everything. And then Carlton steals the ball from Will with the game on the line, and he shoots it from half court, and he misses everything. Great moment.
Did they play? I can't remember. Did they play it like a '90s show where it would look like it was going to be like they were building it all up to that moment, and then he misses, and everyone kind of just walks away?
Yeah, exactly. Literally to the T. And obviously, Chris Rock. Not obviously. This is I feel like this might be a hot take. My favorite thing Chris Rock has done is Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, though, that show isn't 100% realistic to his life?
I didn't really assume that it was.
I assumed that like, you know, because he was part of the writing team, that it was like a lot of events that happened to him. But in real life, he had like 7 or 8 brothers and sisters. Like the family was way bigger.
He just chose his favorite 2. He chose his favorite 2 siblings, and that was it.
That show's great too. That show's really good.
Yeah, that show used to be on Nickelodeon.
Oh, you'd hit the reruns on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I think it was on Nickelodeon, and so I would watch that show growing up. Everything was like censored, right?
Oh,
and so
well, it wasn't really that.
Yes, but there was a difference when I went to watch it on Hulu, and some cuss words were there, and I was like, that makes it better. Yeah, that's more realistic.
I don't have to do this job. My man has 2 jobs.
That one. I remember one of the moments that really sticks out in my head was the one where Chris saves up all his money for that leather jacket, and then he finally gets it, and it's the middle of the summer, and he just passes out. And then it's like,
that's real life.
Everybody hates Chris.
That's real life. I did that same shit. No, I didn't pass out, but when I first started working at I was like 17. Well, I've been working since I was like a kid, but like my actual like government, like a job that the government knows about.
Yeah.
And
oh no,
I worked at an outlet mall, so I would walk around the outlet when I was on my break because I just didn't want to be in the store. I know you understand that. And I was walking in front of a store, and they had a jacket like in the window, and I was like, I liked it because it kind of looked like if you were in Assassin's Creed, but you were in real life. It looked like a jacket. Like it was all white with like gray patterns on it, and then like a really bright underhood on the hood. Like it was like orange or something. Yeah. And so I was like, I have to get that. And I waited, and it got on sale, and I bought it with my own money, and I was so happy. And then I just like kept trying to wear it, and it was too hot. Like I was trying to wear it to school, and it was just not happening. Every time it was just too hot.
It'd be like that.
But I really wanted to show off. I was really proud of that jacket I bought.
I think this was an episode. I think they were older. And I don't remember if Chris saved up money or however it happened. They got tickets to the New York hockey team. Then they were going to go see Wayne Gretzky because Drew, I think is the younger brother's name. Yeah. Loved Wayne Gretzky. And they ended up taking the wrong subway train. And one of their jerseys it was Gretzky's name spelled wrong. And I remember that episode. Good times.
Some nerd stuff is not just Marvel movies. Yeah, see, and video games.
It's also Everybody Hates Chris.
You get some syndicated TV love.
Yes. And then, oh wow, isn't that something? Jada and Chris Rock were on Madagascar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you connected that right now?
Yeah, I was like, also he had, wasn't he the donkey? Not the donkey.
No, he was the zebra. Something
basically
with hooves.
A donkey.
Something with hooves.
Yeah, good times.
Back then too, they used to do recordings. I don't know about DreamWorks in particular, but there was a lot of. I'm learning about a lot of voiceover stuff because I've been watching a new podcast. But they used to do it in groups. So I wonder if they actually did work together or if they just did them all solo and they just did their lines. Yeah.
First, Jay, you got to learn how to take a joke because that was funny.
And funny. I was listening to Rogan, his last episode. He had they're all his friends, but another comedian on. Yeah. And they were talking about they were breaking down the joke. They're like, G.I. Jane 2. G.I. Jane. Have you ever watched G.I. Jane? Mm-mm. It's Demi Moore. And who used to be Bruce Willis's husband and Ashton Kutcher's husband, but she was an actress, and she's like a Navy SEAL or something like that, and they tell her she's not good enough or whatever, and she becomes just a badass. She ends up shaving her head to show how serious she is about it, and she's like, it's all about this women empowerment, she can do everything. I
thought this was going in the Mulan territory.
No, she doesn't pretend to be a dude. She's a woman for sure. And yeah, she shaves her head. That's a big part of the movie. She shaves her head, and then she tells one of the sergeants and stuff like that. suck my dick. Like all defiantly. And,
See, all Jada had to do was say that.
and it's not, if she would have said suck my dick, that would have been,
Yes.
that would have blowed up. That would have blowed up.
Yeah.
But it's not a detriment if she did play, if there was a G.I. Jane 2 and she played it, because the movie wasn't a ragging on.
Yeah.
G.I. Jane was the protagonist. It's not even an insult to say that she was bald so she could be in G.I. Jane 2.
Like, I'm bald and empowered.
Yeah,
but
like,
she didn't, because she's Jada.
And you know,
she needs to have all the attention.
the weird part was I seen the hair, her hair was cut. And I thought, because I know a lot of black women who are really secure with themselves, and they just do shave their heads.
They do head.
They do shave their heads, and it's not like a medical thing. They just do it as a hairstyle.
Just like,
it's just
I'm Amber Rose now.
It just is what it is. Like, and so I don't know. I just thought it was a normal hairstyle that black women rock a lot.
I didn't really think.
If it's white people, it's cancer. If it's black women, it's just rocking it.
That's kind of true. White people will do the Karen. They'll just chop it up, take scissors to it all, and leave it all like.
Okay. So I had a Karen moment. It did not. I'll say that she did not go to full level, but she just made it super, super, super awkward.
Why?
So I was at a grocery store, a local grocery store, and I was just getting like my weekly shit, my adult stuff. You got to do it, and it was a lot because I have a family, and so there's like the little conveyor belt's like full, and this white lady, she just stared at me and my girl, and I have my daughter there, and she kind of just stared at us like trash, like that's how I felt, and then she didn't even talk to us. And then she just kind of scanned things and just seemed annoyed and was kind of tossing our shit. It was just, I don't know if I can explain.
Oh, she was the checkout lady.
Yeah, she was the checkout lady.
You didn't tell that part of the
my bad.
story.
I'm sorry. She was the checkout lady.
Oh, wow.
And it was just like a thickness of awkwardness in the air. And it just felt like she didn't want to serve us.
Yeah, I've been there before.
And it was just like, and the weird part was I go to that store all the time. Like I say, grocery outlet's like a national chain. There's a grocery outlet. And like, they're always like super nice. Like the one that I shop at, all the people are super nice. Like I've been going there for like years. This lady was some new older lady. I don't know, man. that bitch was fucking angry.
That's why she was old.
I was like, what is this bitch's problem? Why did she not? And it was literally like 10, like she took so long because she like, just because she had to bag it herself. So she like made sure she scanned everything.
Yeah.
And then we started bagging it. And then my girl's like, oh, can I put my card in? Oh, no, because I need to know how many bags you need. Because in California, they charge you for bags. And so she went in until she bagged every single thing. And then, I don't know, man.
I don't even pay for bags.
You just walk out?
I just steal them. Sue me over.
They're coming for you. Oh, you can't hear them? They're coming for you.
Sue me over 20 cents. I'll just put 0 and then I'll take it back. Because what are they going to do? How are they going to check?
Dude, how
are they going to check?
When you go, when's the last time you've been out of state?
Never.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Dude, when you go out of state?
It's been, I was still in high school.
So it's been a few years.
Yeah.
When you go out of state and they don't charge for bags and you're like, what, this exists? This is still happening? They don't even, I'm like, you're not going to even.
Honestly, I feel the same way I do about it when it first happened versus now. It's 10 cents.
No, I don't care. I just think most people will just charge like 6 bags. Like they'll just hit it and then just keep it pushing. But she was like, I'm gonna count every fucking bag.
Was it less than that?
It was 6, I think.
Oh wow.
60 more cents for the government. Thank you. You charge young people. Let me just tell you how many times your dollar gets cut.
It doesn't.
Let's say you get paid the $1, right?
Yeah.
30% goes to state and federal.
Yeah.
Then you go to the store with your 70 cents. And then there's sales tax. That's another 12% or whatever. And then I got to pay for a bag. That's 10 cents. So every dollar I make, if I go to the store, I get to spend 40 cents on every dollar. I'm not even rich.
That's fair.
That's why rich people are so bad. They're like, oh, I made $1 billion and I get to spend 40,000. I give you fuck you too.
But they're rich.
But they're rich.
They should pay it.
No, that's how they just figure out how to hide it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been learning.
They're not paying anything. That's the problem. But anyway,
other big news. Speaking of rich people buying shit, you see Elon? He's making moves.
I don't like Elon Musk. I kind of do, but I kind of don't at the same time. Like, I feel like if there's an Elon Musk, which there definitely is, a Elon Musk bar, a bar graph.
The bar of
and
Musk.
There is, he's real life Iron Man. And he's degenerate asshole. I feel like I'm right here, and he's Elon Musk. Maybe one step towards Iron Man, because it's like Tesla's pretty cool, but that's it. Like
Tesla's the idea.
I don't care.
It's almost it's like Apple 2.0, because you have to understand that I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. All right, I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, but Tesla has only had success because for 10 years they had no product and they survived on government subsidies.
Yes.
The government was paying the bills, and then now they're profitable, and they're one of the most profitable companies on the earth. And it's not because they were homegrown.
Yeah.
And he didn't design the car. Like, he's not an engineer. He just buys companies.
I feel like, but maybe it was a concept car. I could be wrong, but I feel like Tesla's been around for a long time. Like, I feel like when
Tesla's
I was
been
a
around
kid,
for at least 10 years.
I was say when I was a kid, I've seen Teslas. Not like
the idea
life,
or
but
like the concept. Or
I remember specifically there was a game called Asphalt 6. And back when they made asphalts like every year or so. And there was a Tesla Roadster on there. And it was like, right now, like a Beamer. Not a Beamer, like a convertible, coupe car. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And I remember that. Speaking of, they stopped making the asphalt games. And that kind of makes me mad.
I think they called it like, they stopped numbering them and they put words on them.
It's all Asphalt 9 now. But that's so terrible. Like,
I don't know. I
remember I was there. I think I was in 6th grade. Yeah. When Asphalt 7 came out. Because Asphalt 6 was cool. And I played a lot of Asphalt 6.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure I played like 5.
Yeah, I think I played 5 too.
Which was like,
because it was on. I was playing
ago.
On the Kindle then. And then Asphalt 6 came out.
On the Kindle? That's gross. That's gross.
And then Asphalt 7 came out. And I remember that was I think I was kind of disappointed in it. But I think it was just because I had done so much in Asphalt 6 that it was just like, there's not that. I get upset when there's like not good cars from the start. And I think like the first car that you unlocked was like a Cadillac. And I was like, I don't want this crappy ass Cadillac.
I don't need luxury, I need speed.
Yeah, and then Asphalt 8 was Overdrive or something like that.
There's an Asphalt game on Switch, isn't there?
Asphalt 9.
Oh, it is labeled 9.
Yeah, Asphalt 8 was the one for years, or not for years. When I was first getting into cell phones and stuff, that was like one of the games they would play was Asphalt 8. And then recently, the last 4 years, they came out with Asphalt 9, and that's the one that's kind of everywhere.
I think the best racing game that was on Android was Need for Speed Most Wanted. I love that game.
Well, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Why?
Because that's just Need for Speed Most Wanted.
No, but it's like not even the same game. Like the controls are all different. It's the same concept.
Which one?
The one where you could be a cop or the
we're talking about different games. Okay.
Which Most Wanted were you thinking? You thinking the old one from like the 360?
No, I'm thinking about the one the 360?
Yeah, there was a Most Wanted on the 360 where you had to race through in the city. And there was like a list of 16 drivers or something like that. And you had to like do a few races and then you'd get to the next guy.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was on like Xbox 360.
Yeah, but you said, wait, I guess it.
But there was a different Most Wanted.
It's called Asphalt. Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. That's what the name is called. And that was the first Need for Speed game. Second, that's not fair.
That was one of the best Need for Speed games ever made.
I think that was like the second Need for Speed game I really loved.
That game was like the best. It's still the best.
Yeah, 100%. We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But
the
worst Need for Speed game ever was the first one that I played, like actually played, and that one was Need for Speed The Run. Did you play that one?
Is that the cross country one?
Yeah.
Where they copied? Didn't they copy that from something else? Wasn't there another cross country game on PlayStation? I feel like there was,
but
Was the run that came out, was that the one that came out with the movie?
No. See, okay, hold on. So we're going to talk about Need for Speed Anthology right now.
All right.
But Need for Speed, the run was that game where it was cross country and you had to do like the races, quote unquote, was just like legs of the race. And it was kind of interesting, but also it was so boring. Like
I didn't even play it.
Yeah, I
didn't even turn it on.
No, there was no free roam. It was like, oh, we're at a gas station. Okay, go, go, go. You would race. It's whatever. But the Need for Speed movie came out. And it was kind of a combination of that game and like the other Need for Speed games. Because in that Need for Speed game, or the movie, which I actually did enjoy, by the way, especially because of the main actor.
Oh, you like Aaron Paul?
Yeah, he's great. He was especially great in that movie. But they have to race across country. Mm-hmm. So they do a race at the beginning, and they do a second race. That's when home. Spoiler alert. For a 10-year-old movie.
Not the Aaron Paul classic Need for Speed.
Homeboy, his friend dies. He gets killed by the main villain. Mm-hmm. And so once he gets out of prison for that, because he was wrongfully accused, they race across country to this race. And then he races and blah, blah, blah. They win.
He has to race to a race?
Yes, basically. He has to get there and he has to go from New York to San Francisco in 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. Somewhere along that line. So literally it was that game. Mm-hmm. Right? And so, yes. That was that. I remember me and my brother were excited about that when it came out because it was like, oh my gosh, it's like that movie.
Oh my god!
And then there was another game called Rivals that came out before that movie came out, and that was the first time that they did like they haven't done it since then either, but they reintroduced like the whole cops and robbers thing. Mm-hmm. So you could play as the cops, and there would be traps and stuff, and they did that kind of stuff in one of the scenes and during the Need for Speed movie. So it was like, oh my gosh, they took that from the game. Cool stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was exciting. But yes, Need for Speed 2012 was like the first Need for Speed game that I played. Like by myself, I think.
And you like that one?
Yeah, that game is incredible.
But Most Wanted is the best. If they could just remake, not only did I play it, I played for some reason, I don't remember why. I had a neighbor.
Need for Speed 2012 is better. I would die on that hill.
And he was like, oh hey, for some reason, maybe it was a pedophile. Because he's like, hey, I have this game if you want to borrow it. And I was like, what? Another adult let me borrow this game? I don't know why he's let me do this. So I did, and it was like the special edition, which as a kid, I never bought special editions because I was poor. Yeah. And I just couldn't understand why it was so good. And it was like stylized. It was going for like it had a specific stylized thing that was going on.
Yeah.
And I just remember there was so many of these like if the cops were chasing you, you could like race through and hit like a pole and make a whole water tower fall and fall on the cops, or like there was just all these little moments. Or if you would hit like a truck carrying logs in a certain way, it would just drop all the logs and then you could speed past. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah. After that, I haven't cared. But before then, you have to realize I grew up in the underground. And Need for Speed Underground 1 or 2 are like pretty fan. That was the first game where they like really added like the shifting and stuff to like a drag race almost. Like the first Fast and Furious ones.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You wouldn't have played them. They were on PS2.
I was zoning out thinking about how I can play Need for Speed Most Wanted again.
You're so stupid. You know what? I
have a PS3.
You should check if it's on EA Play. That's one thing.
No, it's not.
And then
because I bought that game on so many platforms.
You bought it on an account on PlayStation 3?
So many platforms on
You better hurry up before that shit turns off.
I have it on. I bought it on the Xbox 360, and then I bought it on the PS3, and then I had it on the Vita, and I bought it on the phone at one point. Yeah, I need to play that game again. But yes, my first Need for Speed game, actually I just remembered, was this little game called Need for Speed Nitro on the DS.
Oh no.
On the DS.
The only game that you play that's racing on DS, Mario Kart.
No, Need for Speed Nitro.
Then you don't touch anything else.
It was horrible. But it was
Were you
great.
good at it?
No, it was hard as hell. That game was cool because it was around the world. Mm-hmm. And
around the world, yeah.
No.
And do something, I don't know, and
Stop.
I don't know why.
Get out. That game was really hard. I couldn't get past like the third world. It was like a Mario game.
That was back in the day when you weren't good at video games.
Yeah, I was also like 8. Anyway, Need for Speed 2012 is an amazing masterpiece of work. First of all,
It's real blue.
huh?
It's really blue.
Are we talking about the same game?
I don't know, maybe not.
2012.
Yeah, I
Going
know.
with the hot list.
They're like, what's the Need for Speed? What is it called? It's just called Need for Speed. He came out at E3. That's
No,
promotion.
we're not talking about the same game.
Oh, we're not?
You're talking about Need for Speed 2015, I think. That was a blue one that was only at night.
Let me see if I can do this without ruining the recording.
You're going to ruin the recording.
Oh, you were talking about Heat? I lied. I do like that game.
Heat? I wasn't talking about Heat.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
No, earlier.
No. Yeah, see?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is the one that the cell phone game is based off of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And,
Yeah.
and this is the one they just remastered.
No way.
Yeah, they just remastered. I'm pretty sure they.
How? Where is it?
I'm pretty sure I own it.
What?
Do I own this? Did they
This is the most incredible game ever.
Let me double check. I thought they remastered this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What? No, you lied to me.
Oh.
You just lied to my face. How much is it right there?
Which on I don't know what version this is. Oh, this is an Origin key for $4.42.
Don't have a PC.
And it
Doesn't have
says, oh, they sell it on, the PC one is $20. Oh,
Doesn't
no,
have-
it's this one. Hot Pursuit got renewed.
Yeah, you're.
I'm sorry. But
I
I
call
do.
you so many words right now.
But don't call me any words.
You're a
but,
weasel.
Oh, shit. Oh, weasel.
Yes.
But
It's a 4-letter F word and weasel that I can't, that I refuse to say. But this Need for Speed game on the screen right now
yeah, that's the cell phone one.
was,
the version.
that was an incredible game. That was the best game ever.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Like the fact that you only had, hi Dex. Dex has entered the chat. He is here for all of us. But the fact that you had to find every single car.
Bro, you were so high.
The crazy part is I just work here. This is just me.
That's just his energy.
But yeah, you had to find every single car.
Yeah, I wonder if how you could play it.
You have to. There was the hot list, and you had to get your cars good, and you could change your color. That's one thing on that game that lacked is customization.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you hid from the cops that way was awesome, because you would drive through the gas station and change the color of your car.
Yeah,
Good times.
this was not the game I was thinking about.
Yeah, it was like a free roam scavenger hunt. That was awesome.
See, this is the other one I was talking about.
No, that one's horrible.
That game is great.
No, I never played it.
Oh, that game
That's
is
before
great.
my time.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to play it again.
You do. I'm about
What
to
is
look
that?
it up. I'm about to play this game.
This is the one I was thinking of. That one.
Yeah, that's
the
horrible.
one I thought. It's the one that's all very blue.
Yeah, exactly. That's horrible.
I'm blue. Oh, you see this right here, right there? That's the black edition. It's really shitty because it's an old thing, but that's the black one.
Yeah. So
I felt like Jay-Z.
apparently,
You should see if it's backwards compatible. If you
wait a second. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
So you know how we talk about we didn't talk about this on the podcast. The whole buying things on Amazon and then returning them.
Yeah. We do that.
Might have to do that
You might have to buy it just
because the 360 version is $20. The PS3 version is $60. I don't want it that bad. But
you can't. You should check if it's backwards. You don't have a disk drive on your Xbox.
No, I don't.
Fuck. That's the one. It's the one time it's been a bad move. Other than that,
Wait. I can buy it used. Let's see how much it is. PlayStation 3 used. It says it says $15.99.
I forgot you have a PS3. I forget.
Yeah, it says $15.99.
You should check GameStop.
I don't like GameStop, but I'll check.
So Nerd family. There's something I have to talk about, and
Oh yeah, get into this one.
so I have been playing this game, and I've been pretty obsessive about it. And we talked about it
Oh,
before.
this wasn't even what I thought it was.
What?
I thought this was what you're recording this on.
Oh no. Oh yeah, we'll get. I don't even. We'll talk about that next week. I'm not ready.
We gotta talk about it today.
We might if we have time. Listen.
You gotta get into it.
So, Trey has always tried to defile me with the games that he likes, and I've been trying to resist.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I've been trying to resist. And
if I had a PS Vita, it would be great because it's only $20.
And then he forced me to play a little game called Retro Bowl, and it has taken over my life.
I was gonna say I didn't force you, but I did.
He did force me. He caught me at a weak moment, and he forced his Switch OLED in my face, and he goes, "Play it."
Yeah, because I was trying to tell you to buy it for like a week,
and I didn't want
2 weeks, and you were like, eh. And so I had it installed, and I was like, play this.
Play it.
Because I knew what was going to happen.
I didn't want to disappoint him. So
I didn't know this would happen.
I didn't even want to play it. I was like, okay, whatever then. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll fucking play it. And then I played it, and then I played like almost a full season in the first sit down. Yes. And I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is old graphics and like real football, like some real football tactics that you like have to learn. Yeah. And I'm like, this is great. And
update for the fam. It has been purchased on GameStop for $14.99.
Oh, you just you'll have an update on this story later.
It's GameStop shipping, so
2 weeks.
It might not work. And I might get it next month.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It might be scratched the fuck up.
We'll see. But continue.
So I'm 16 seasons in as my coach on my Switch. And then
like four franchises in.
Like
you switch teams like Tom Brady does. You're like the LeBron of
It's been
coaches.
all over the place. I'm going to retire that account when I get back to Vegas and I win a Super Bowl. That's gonna be
that's your LeBron moment.
That it is. That now
Vegas,
retire that.
This is for you.
Yeah. So I think the natural thing with that game is like, man, there's some extra shit I wish it had some extra features it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Which just brings me to my announcement.
This is crazy.
As a 32-year-old man, for the first time in my life, I am playing a franchise in Madden.
Yeah. And you know what the scary part is for you? You know what the scary part is for you? I'm going to keep it real. You have not even started doing the franchise things yet. You're just playing the game.
I'm just getting. It's my first season. I'm 1-8. I'm 1-7 or 1-8. I'm playing as the Raiders. It's been phenomenal. And I probably haven't played an actual Madden game before this for 2 years because I've been boycotting it.
The last probably Madden 20 I think probably.
Yeah, because it was on PS4. It was on PS5 for sure. It's fun. What am I gonna say? It's Madden. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I get it, and I'm having a great time. And
I feel like
he caught me dancing. He walked up to my house, and my window was open. I was dancing in my chair because I just won. Because 14 seconds left, I got an interception and another touchdown, and it was like 37-7. And I was so proud of myself.
Poor Giants.
And I was dancing, and then this fool knocks on the window. While I'm dancing.
The windows were open.
Trying to destroy my victory.
We had to record. The windows were open.
It's a monumental in my life.
Yeah, you're going to be in shock when you go to free agency and you see that there's a bunch of players you can sign. And then you have to draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared about. I'm scared about next season when I'm going to start losing players and I'm going to have to start figuring... That because this year it's kind of on autopilot. I could just keep signing contracts and stuff.
But that's something you're gonna have to do, and that's how I'm gonna tell you. That's the secret to a long-lasting franchise is that stuff. Because right now it's the base team. You're just kind of playing the game. Yeah. But once you start picking your players and stuff, you're like you have attachment to the guys. So you're like, oh, I drafted this quarterback in the second round.
I already have attachments. I already in real life. I feel like why don't they use these guys more? How come they're not?
Who do you go to? What do you do?
Well,
let's hear because we haven't talked about this yet. So what's it look like?
So like, I love all my receivers.
Let's start off on offense.
On
like,
offense.
who's your number one weapon?
But it's okay. It depends on what play I'm running. So if it's a lot of times I'll just go for it on fourth because like why the fuck?
Third and fourth down. Who's your target? Because in real life, the Raiders, that's the headline is third and Renfro.
Yeah,
that's their target.
But he hasn't been the best for me on like third or fourth downs. So I will try to throw a bomb, like a desperate bomb with Higgs, Ruggs, Henry Ruggs. I smashed together. Ruggs.
Oh, that's on.
I'll because he's so fast. Did you see? I smashed it together. You see that? Henry Ruggs hugs.
This is unknown. It's so hold on. It's so unfortunate what you just did.
Why was that a thing that's happened before?
No. Yes. You just said, you're talking about Henry Ruggs. Mm-hmm. We know what happened in real life. Mm-hmm. And then you said, I just kind of smashed it. I just
dropped my drink because I just realized.
I just kind of smashed it together. And then you proceeded to say, because he's so fast. That's quite unfortunate.
Okay, anyways.
This is the alternate universe where that never happened.
Yeah, this is a different universe. And on Madden, he's still available. And he's great. And so he's so fast that on a third or fourth down, he can get some fucking distance and maybe outrun who's covering him and then slip it in. And he's short, but for some reason he jumps hella high. For no reason.
He's an amazing athlete. He has a jumping stat.
So my other one that I like to use if it's getting bad is Brown. What's his? I don't know.
John Brown.
John Brown.
The crazy part is the Raiders cut him in real life.
Man, he was so good.
He didn't even.
But by stats, his simulated stats.
Yeah, he didn't even make it to week 1.
I use him all the time, and he's not my Renfro. He can get in and out really easily, so I like using him. But those two in clutch, when I've tried a few running plays and it hasn't worked, and then obviously Josh Jacobs. Jacobs, I'm not that good at juking yet. So when I make it through, it's like fuck, it's so exciting. But yeah, but on defense, I don't know all the defensive line guys' name, but I either play left center or the center guy because I'm not that good to be chasing after people. So I just try to go for the quarterback. It's usually the easiest.
Yeah, that's where you should get some talent in.
And I let the computer just handle Crosby because he does a good job.
The crazy part is that you kind of put yourself at a disadvantage.
Why?
Because the Raiders got so much better over the course of the year. Mm-hmm. And when you started on preseason week 1. So those were day 1 rosters. Like right now, Max Crosby's a 77 overall star dev for you. But in real life, if you would have picked the roster that's most current, he's a 89 superstar dev.
Oh. Well, it's only
Renfro's an 80.
I just had to learn, so I just started.
Yeah, Renfro's an 84, and I think for you he's like a 76.
I know. My next game is Kansas City, I think. So we'll see how well I'm doing after that. Yeah. I mean, in real life, they beat them once. Last year.
Yeah. Cause that's when franchises get good is when you start not creating your own players, but bringing in your own players and signing guys and making trades.
Building it yourself. Yeah. It is very overwhelming because there's just so many menus.
I can tell you right now, you're gonna have to make a decision.
Why?
Because in Madden, like I said, guys normally start regressing, which is getting worse.
Yeah.
At 28, 29, right? And Derek Carr is your quarterback.
I know he's doing so good too.
You're gonna have to make a decision about whether you want to keep him, and if you're not gonna keep him, you should probably trade him.
Why, he's still good?
Yeah, exactly. While he still has good overall. Same thing.
I keep winning games, but my ratio is not good. It's always 50%.
What do you mean? Oh, completion?
Yeah. Just because I just go for it. Because it's sometimes I feel like that's because I'm so new. It's just go for it. Because everyone's play is so calculated. Most people on third or on fourth down kick it. Because it's smart.
No, not online.
Not online. They go for it.
Yeah, when I'm playing, it's okay, if it's third down and 10, fourth down, or third down and 10, third down and long, I know that I'm going to go for it on fourth down. So my third down play is even kind of conservative. Because it's like,
Is there a dog?
yeah, he's growling to go out.
Go let him out real quick. Because I'm like, what's growling?
Because I know that I'm going to go for it on fourth down. So my third down play is kind of conservative. Because it's like, okay, I have to pick up 14 yards. But so I can kind of pick up 6 or 7 here and then 6 or 7 the next play.
Yeah, I never understood how much 5 yards is, or how like big a 5 yard play is. Like if I on a running play, I get 5 yards. And when I watch football and I see 5 yards, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, well, that's some bullshit. That's stupid.
it makes a big difference. Like if you get
Because it's 15 yards to first down, right?
no, it's 10.
When you pass it, it's only 10 yards to get to a first down.
When you do anything, it's only 10 yards.
Oh, okay.
So when you pass the
I'm
ball,
not an expert.
no, I'm just saying like so if you run the ball on first down, you get 4 yards. You can do whatever you want on second down because on third down it's still only 6 yards unless you get sacked or something. That's a different story.
Yeah,
So it's just about staying on pace.
but it's exciting, and I'm addicted. I'm pretty addicted. I'm really, like right now. I didn't want to record. Kind of just wanted to go play Madden.
That's how it is.
Feels like a problem. So it's time. The last episode, we were talking about how frustrating it is working with AT&T. I don't blame as much, but working with Samsung and how horrible they are. So where I left off on that trek was I had to either take my phone, I had to ship off my phone, or go through a like a Samsung authorized whatever they call it to fix them. Which was locally it's Ubreak iFix, but I think it's like a big brand or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll take it in there. I found my old phone, and then Ubreak iFix was actually able to clear out like my charger port, and I could charge it. So I was able to use that phone, frustratingly enough, but at least I had a working phone. So it took them like a week, and then they call me back, and they're like, yeah, underneath your screen protector, the phone's cracked. I'm like, you sure? It's cracked. That's not the screen protector? Yeah, it's cracked. That's what broke it. All right, bitch. All right, I guess so. I guess that's what it is. So I was over it. I was already done. I was already over it.
Okay, now that you say it like that, I'm kind of thinking, so the phone has a plastic screen. So maybe there was a breakdown in communication that it wasn't your screen protector, but it was like under the actual like plastic of the screen. The LCD was cracked, which would make
The LCD
line.
was malfunctioning.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what he was talking about.
No, he was saying underneath my screen protector, where it looked like there's a visible crack, which was the screen protector, that it was cracked underneath there.
Oh.
That's what he was saying, because he was being an asshole about it.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah.
And so
I tried.
So one thing I was like, okay, I need to go get my phone because I want to look at it. And I was really busy. I had a lot going on. And so I wasn't able to get it for like a week. And I already ordered the phone. The phone was already at my house. I had to activate it and do all that stuff. So I go by, I pick it up, and the first thing I do, I pull that screen protector off. And when I pull it off, what do I see?
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking I was so pissed. I was really what I was hoping is I pull it off and fucking glass shards fall out or something. I was so pissed because I was like, I know he just looked at it and went, yeah, that's cracked. These screen protectors for these are like different because I took it off and like kind of messed with it, and they like it's like glass almost, like it just shatters when you like bend it, and it like makes a really nasty crease on it. Anyways, it was too late by that point. I probably could have sent it to Samsung and said, hey, this is malfunctioned. I think there was other things wrong with the phone too because it overheated a lot. And so I got another one from AT&T. I just did my warranty, and it hasn't got hot yet, but I have to test it. I don't think I'll know after I finish this video. Yeah. Like rendering videos and stuff. It's just don't buy the foldable phone. That's all I'm gonna say. The only good thing, I guess. I don't know if it's good or if the phone was bad, and hopefully my newer phone's not gonna fuck up. Because I don't really understand why I got that crease anyways. And maybe I should have replaced it once I got the crease. Yeah. But I think it's still kind of bullshit. And they're not really helpful. And no one can fix the screens. Yeah. No one has the tools. Samsung doesn't get back to anybody. And your warranty voids if you drop it. The fuck is that for?
Yeah, they kind of get you there, huh?
Well, obviously water damage. Water damage is the first thing they got rid of. Like water damage, nothing. Even though now they're all IP60 whatever.
Like,
And
if there's water damage, it's your fault.
that's some
you
serious
advertise that it's water resistant. So that's a different story.
that's a whole thing. And then so now it's water damage or fall damage.
Yeah, like
Which come on.
that's kind of a trip though. It's going on a tangent, having like water resistant phones. Like I was out with my dad and we were at a restaurant and I was being freaking stupid and clumsy and I spilled a whole soda like onto my phone. And I was like, oh damn. And you know, my dad is a little older. He's like, oh, your phone. But he was like across the table. It was like far. And I was like, in my head, I was like, that's like the least thing I'm worried about is my phone. Like that's not even.
You're
an
like
issue.
my shoes, my fit right now.
Yeah, well, I was kind of away from it. I got like half a pant leg, but it was like the whole thing spilled onto the table and stuff. I was like, I just made a
just
mess.
a full ass.
Yeah, literally.
I did that one time when I was at like a Diddy's, and the girl goes, "Wait," she just goes, "How old are you?"
That's the second. That is the second time that I've done that in the last year.
Oh, bro, and you take your time. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's the second. Whatever. It's not about that. It's about the fact that it was just like I'm not even worried about my phone. Like that's not even a thing. They're built for that now.
But there are some people. We both know somebody who doesn't worry about their phone and decided to go swimming in a pool and then just leave it out, and it got wet and sun damage and it got all fucked up.
Good times.
And they come in like the screen's not working.
Good times.
What do you mean the screen's not working? What'd you do? Well, I will sit in the sun and it's 110 outside and it might have got a little water on it.
Yeah, that's the other part about it is like after I just like rinsed my phone off in the sink and I was like, oh, it's cool now. And especially in Corona times, it's great because like you can legitimately just wash your phone now.
Yeah.
Like you just get like what I do is I get just the tiniest bit of soap, put it on there, and then just rinse it off, and you're good to go.
Yeah, because
Especially
I don't know about
now.
mine. I don't know if mine is any kind of. I don't know what goes.
Oh
on with
no,
that
yours can't do that.
I wouldn't
Don't
do it on mine.
do that. But
Believe me, I'm treating this shit like a baby. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to spend $270 every 6 months.
yeah, it's real plush to be able to do that kind of stuff. Especially nowadays, it's like there's no concern with it because literally if you let's say you get water in the port. Like it's gonna dry off first. Of all.
I mean, it does have that. That's a pretty amazing feature. I don't know if anybody's dealt with it. It could be a nuisance, but I guess my cord had something in it, and I tried to use it, and a little bit got stuck in my port. Well, my phone was like, "There's some shit in there."
Oh yeah, see
trips
that's
up those sensors.
That's what it is. Even if it does that with water too.
Yeah,
Like,
even if it thinks there's moisture, and it just won't even charge. It'll say, "Fuck you."
So, but even that's not a big deal because in 2022, wireless charging is a thing. Like, I'll just put my phone on the
I don't
wireless
have
charger.
a good wireless charger. How many
That's
watts
your
does
fault.
yours do?
25.
Yeah, I don't have.
No, mine might even be like 5 or 10.
No, the 5
But
ones,
I
the
don't
cheapest ones are 5. I don't think you have a 5.
I think I might, or I have a 10 or a 15.
Because the 5
Because
ones
mine
suck.
is like 4 hours to fully charge. But
maybe it is 5 then.
I only use wireless charging when I'm going to sleep, so I don't even really care. Like that's the only time I use wireless charging. If not, the 45 watt fast charging is like with the cord, so I use that.
I
so
used
for
to
me,
have
it's
a
not even
good
like an
one
issue.
that was for my car. I used to. I don't have it anymore, and it seemed like it was pretty fast. But
That's kind of a trip. Was like with the iPhone. I never used the port because MagSafe charging is the fastest. But now
they make it
I use my port
proprietary
every day.
stuff is faster.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's just crazy. All right, let's wrap this baby boy up.
See you guys next week. Like, comment, and subscribe. 10 likes and
What are you promising?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something.
He doesn't even want to commit.
Well, I couldn't think of anything like tangible.
I don't know. I'm not giving them anything yet. Maybe when we hit 1,000.
I was gonna do something.
I'll start
Madden.
doing giveaways.
I was gonna say a Madden related content thing, but I don't even know what we can do. So I'm not gonna promise anything.
I know you asked me about that. I'm not sure either. I know if we used your PS5, it records, doesn't it? But how much does it record?
Honestly,
The PS4 streaming stuff was really good, but I don't know how it works on PS5.
we'll talk about it off stream.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys later. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Adios.
See you guys next year.
Okay, you can go because I'm just going to record the intro real quick.
The intro without me.
You can sit here for it. But I just need to record an intro because we didn't do one. Five, four, three, god damn it, 2, 1. Oh, software update.
Remind me later. Let's see if it stopped my video. Oh, it sure did.
Right when I had said 1, it stopped.
That was weird.